playing your A game, and I think the Bucs have played probably their C+ game most of this year.
Yeah.
And that's not due to anything other than just a massive amount of injuries at key situations. I mean, shuffling the offensive line like they've done and still be able to win 3 games, especially in the clutch, is monumental. I mean, I talked to Graham Barton about it after the game. He said, we're not making any excuses, but yeah, it's been a lot, mentally changing positions. And today, and I talked to him about this, you got Jalen Carter up front. That size and speed of that front 7 that the Eagles have and then they're coached up by one of the best in the business in Vince Fangio. And they were doing a lot of stunts and stuff that challenges an offensive line that has not played together. And
Correct.
This offensive line, as they were today, has never played together. So to go up against a front that is incredibly physically talented, tactically one of the best defensive coordinators in the league, and then trying to pass those off, and that takes great chemistry from an offensive line. They did exactly what we thought they would do. They attacked the right side of the line, and it caused a lot of pressure for Baker, especially up the middle. He couldn't escape as much as he normally does. I thought he did a great job escaping a lot of different times, but couldn't get the really big plays to finish it off. But hell of a comeback by this Bucs team that just does not quit. They are super tough. They are super resilient. They know how to win games. But when you play against a team as good as the Eagles and you get a block punt for a touchdown and you have 2 turnovers, key turnovers, you're not going to win. And get this, though. I have to say this, though. Defensively, 8 possessions in the second half for minus 19 yards. Minus 16 yards for the Eagles. They had 8 possessions in the second half. Minus. They did not get any yards. Even if you take off the safety, they had 6 possessions of 8 yards or less. 4 possessions of 0 yards or less. That is one hell of a defensive effort in the second half. And I asked Bowles what was the difference. He just said, we did our jobs. In the first half, they were making a lot of mistakes. They were losing contain, a lot of mental mistakes in the first half. And they just cleaned that up in the second half. Obviously, playing with the lead, a big lead, the Eagles weren't as aggressive offensively, but still, that is one hell of a defensive effort.
And I had him in a mistake because he's right. We weren't on. We do apologize here. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. We're back on again, yes.
Which part of my brilliant soliloquy did they not hear?
They heard the most of all that, besides the fact that the intro there, you're on the Sports Web here live from Raymond James Stadium after the Bucs fall 31-25. Their crazy little safety to run out the clock. Let's go out to the phone lines. Hopefully these work. People just running all around the place, unplugging stuff. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And this is how it's been all the time, all day long. It's been a weird day. Go out to Bucs Basement. Bucs Basement, welcome to the evolution as the Bucs pick up their first loss here live from Raymond James Stadium against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, so I don't believe in moral victories. This was always, to me, a loss. But I will say I was extremely impressed with the second half and the comeback. But I have glaring issues with the special teams. Holy crap, dude.
Jesus.
What is up with the special teams season? We have Cam Johnson, who's a stud returner.
Yes.
We have Chase McLaughlin, who's back.
65 yards.
For all you, let's bring somebody in to challenge Chase.
Yeah.
Morons.
I can kick the ball 21 yards. You can kick the ball 21 yards, JP.
What the hell happened to Riley Dixon? I mean, what the hell?
I don't know.
He's one of the better punters in the game. As he comes here, all of a sudden he's taken half the time to Christmas to get the ball off.
Yes.
And then and he's shankopotamus. I mean, what is it with this field and punters? I mean, Camarda just forgot how to punt. Now this guy comes in with great experience and did well the first couple games. Now he's freaking shankopotamus.
Yeah, and it looked like the long snapper there, Evan Deckers, got beat and into blocking. And it looked like the Bucs offensive lineman was trying to hold, and still they got through. So that's a huge thing. Your special teams already, how many block punts and block field goals?
That's 2 block punts.
Yep.
And blocked field goal.
Yep.
So yeah, that can't happen now.
Can't happen.
The block field goal last week probably should have been a penalty, but still, other teams are seeing a weakness in our protection and they're exploiting it. And you got to know that. You got to know they're looking at that. You got to shore that up.
Yeah.
And there's just no excuse for that.
We lost you, Bucs Basement. We'll go back. We'll go out to Matt Colson. That's okay. You can call back. Matt Colson, welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Go.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. What's going on? Yes, we got sound. Yes, go ahead.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yes.
I just want to tell you we're 3-1. In the 50th season, we are 3-1.
Yeah.
That means it's the algebra. I remember this right from what they taught me at Franklin, 7th grade Franklin there, math. He said something about 3-1 times 4 would be 12-4. And then the 17th game, we'll go ahead and lose that one. And we'll be in the playoffs all day long.
Yeah.
So people can get pissed. I'm already seeing junk up here about Fire Todd. What the hell is wrong with
Fire?
the
Yeah. Well, that's it. Listen, that is Matt. You know this all too well. With some of the Bucs fan base, they'll never be satisfied. But and again, Bucs Basement, I see you calling in. Stand by. Let me finish up with Matt. We'll go out to Trevor, and then we'll come out to you. Phone lines are packed. I love that. But you're exactly right. I don't think this Bucs fan base will ever be satisfied. But you look at the multiple injuries, getting back Tristan Wirfs, getting back Chris Godwin in the first half. Like you said, it looked like players weren't playing together, didn't have that chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And it may take a couple games here, but this offense in that second half, again, coming back, that's impressive in itself. And the defense standing up in the second half, holding the Eagles
really
to basically nothing. Yes.
The fumble.
Yeah, it was a killer.
That's not a fumble. That's not a fumble. The ground can't call as a fumble, JP.
The back of your hand doesn't count as a knee. I always thought it did.
Well, like your forearm counts. Your forearm or elbow counts as being down, but I guess your wrist doesn't. I mean,
right,
at what point does it stop being a fumble or not? I mean, it's ridiculous. The ground should not cause a fumble in that situation.
That's right there.
Yeah.
That took us out of unbeaten.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a killer. That's a killer because because their offense was doing nothing to that point, and then they score. They go 25 yards. It's the only possession they had in the second half that was more than 8 yards.
Yeah.
So that was a killer.
Matt, I appreciate the call. Use that second one if you want to. Stand by here. Let me go back out to Bucs Basement, finish up, and then we'll get out to Trevor from Georgia. Go ahead, Bucs Basement. Sorry we lost you there.
And it's all good. Well, they got to break another curse now. They got to break this 4-game losing streak curse. And I'm sure I think they will. The injuries are going to be tough, and the next 4 games are the tough part of the schedule. After the next 4 games, it's a lot smoother.
Yeah.
But they got to watch themselves for these next 4 games to make sure they don't allow themselves to go 0-4. That's it. Just don't go 0-4.
I can't see this team go unless there's a lot more injuries. I talked to Hassan Reddick after the game. He left with
he good?
Yeah, he's good. He said he felt good, and he said I don't think I'll be in a concussion protocol for next game. I mean, you never know, but that's what he said. Yep. And he also had a bit of a shoulder injury. He said that's fine too. So,
all right,
according to him, he should be able to come back next week.
We lost this game, but I want to see this team in the playoffs because I think it'll have a different story. Just like when we lost the Rams, and we lost to them again in the playoffs. Yeah. And we lost to the Saints. We beat their ass in the playoffs. I want to see this team again in the playoffs because I think we'll have their number. Because we do. We really do. Like, that second half, we were like, that was the Bucs that should have came to play against the Eagles.
Well, let me just say that. When I talk about injuries,
Bucs Basement, appreciate the call.
Especially on the right side, if Cody Mock and Gedeke play in this game,
yes,
then this running game is so much better. They run the ball against them, I think, and they also, I don't think there would have been as much pressure on Baker, and I think that would be the difference in the game. Now, obviously, Cody's not coming back, but Luke Gedeke is. So, and also, get down the line to get Jalen McMillan back, get Mike Evans back. Here's another thing. Last 2 years, Mike has missed 5 games. We've lost them all.
Yep, 0-3. 13-4 with him, 0-3 without him. Stand by here, Trevor. Hold on a minute. Eric, hold the line. We're going out to Trevor. Hold the line. We're going out to Trevor. Trevor from Georgia, welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show here live from Raymond James Stadium. What's your thoughts, my friend?
Obviously, it's not the outcome that we wanted.
Right.
But in my true heart of hearts, I think we'll be fine. It was just they put the clamps down on us kind of early, with that block punt. And then they pretty much dominated the first half. Shout out to Chase McLaughlin, though.
Yeah.
Because those 2 field goals kept us in the game even when it was 24-6.
Yeah.
I don't even think we stand a chance if it wasn't for those 2 field goals in the first half. Yeah. And then I was definitely proud of how hard we fought. We could have just laid down. We could have been like, let's just pack it up and get ready for Seattle.
Sure.
But we fought. You know, obviously when you lose, you know, there's some things to clean up, the turnovers.
Yep.
I would like to see some of those receivers make some of those 50-50 balls. I mean, I feel like some of those incomplete passes were very catchable.
Yep.
Well, and I will say this, and I was there and you watched this, the referees were very liberal, if you will, when it came to calling pass interference, because I saw a couple times grabbing the jersey.
Yeah.
And it was so egregious, if
Yeah.
you will, and I don't know why they're not calling, especially down here where Ibuka's going deep. His jersey is called and grabbed, and you don't call the pass interference. Those are game-changing penalties.
And the
right
Godwin
there.
one, where he was crossing deep, and
Yes.
Baker came out of the pocket, threw it deep to him, and the defensive back, I forgot who it was definitely there early and grabbed him.
Yeah.
And Chris almost caught it. I asked Chris about that after the game. I said it felt like they were giving the defensive backs a little bit of an extra count or an early count to get to you guys. And he said, yeah, no question about it. But he said they were letting it go on both ways. So he said, we just got to be better. We got to be stronger and get to the ball.
Yeah.
And I like that. You know, Chris is not going to blame it on the refs. There's no question those guys were getting there early, but you just got to fight through that.
Yeah.
Chris has always done a great job of that, but I still think there's no question that Dijon and those guys were there a half a count early.
Yeah.
And that's going to make a huge difference for a 50-50 ball. If they're allowed to knock your hand away or grab your hand, you're not going to catch the football. So I thought they could have officiated it a little bit better, but you know, in games like this, that's where I'd rather them do that than the ticky-tack fouls.
Agree.
Frankly. So, you know, Chris would agree with you on that as well. So good call.
Yeah, definitely. All right. What else, Trevor?
All in all, my spirits are still up. I think we're going to be fine. And I think, you know, we didn't have any significant injuries, so that's a plus. And I don't
know about
well, besides Jamel Dean once again going out there, Morrison also with possibly a hamstring.
And Morrison went down, and we don't know how severe those are. Jamel seems like it might be, as usual, a few games.
Yeah.
And then a hamstring for Morrison, so we just don't know how severe that is.
Yeah, and
he was playing well.
He was
playing really well.
He really was. And that's the reason why you draft Morrison and Parrish in the first place. You double dip because of the anticipated fact of the matter that Jamel Dean hasn't been able to stay healthy the last couple of years. And that's the reason why also the contract was redone there. Trevor, appreciate the call, my friend. Use the second call if you want to. All right, my friend?
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great one.
All right, man. Let's go out to Eric. Eric, you're on the Evolution here live from Raymond James Stadium in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Go.
Hello, everyone. It was disappointed. We could have won, but if we had Mike Evans, we would have won this game.
Well, and listen, I think it goes back to what JP said. And
Mike's not on punt block.
Right, he's not on punt block
protection.
Right, that's true. That's true.
No, to your point, the offense would have been better. I agree.
The offense would have been better, but you're exactly right. You got lots of things you have to clean up when it comes to special teams. Eric, appreciate the call as always.
Can we get the special team coach fired?
No, well, I know Bucs fans are already calling for that, and it definitely needs to improve. I don't know if you're ready to fire the special teams coach.
Todd is not happy.
He
Todd
can't be
is
happy.
Not freaking happy about the special teams at all. You could tell by his answers that, nobody's going to get fired midseason. That just doesn't help you. Then you start all over. It doesn't make you better. You just got to clean up the stuff that you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You got to clean it up. And you got to, and typically what you're going to do is put different people in these spots, because with special teams, you're just moving people out. And when injuries start to collect on your team, it hits back on the special teams, because, those guys that used to be, your good special teams guys are now starters.
Yeah.
And so it's tough. It's a lot about moving guys around and getting them to understand exactly what they have to do. And the other team gets paid too. So they see what your deficiencies are and they attack them. And they did it, and the Eagles did a great job of that.
Let's talk about Baker Mayfield in the second half. Great throw there between two players. In fact, we're watching in the press box and we're like, how did he get that to him? He put it right there. I thought Quinton Mitchell had an interception. It was right between both of those defenders. And Emeka Ibuka, once again, 77-yard catch there, big-time play, gets him back in the game, puts 13 on the board.
To catch that ball on the run, and it goes through two hands.
And the concentration.
It's really, really hard to do. And that's something we've been really impressed about with Ibuka, is he makes those really hard catches that it takes a while to learn in the NFL, the physical catches. There were a couple today that I think Emeka would like to have back. I think there's a couple that he would think that he should have caught. So he's not perfect. He's not perfect.
No.
Although, and then getting Godwin back, I thought was really, really big. We talked to Chris after the game, and he was just kind of reflective about being out and what a blessing it is to be able to come back, and having his leadership out there is going to be huge. So, listen, and I asked Bowles this at 3-1, what have you learned about your team? And he said, first and foremost, we're tough.
Yeah,
we're tough and we're resilient. He said, we just got to be smarter. We got to play smarter. And that's really what's hurting this team. Last week against the Jets and to let them back into the game, guys are just not doing in the first half here today. Defensively, we were losing contain. Guys were not doing their assignments, and that's what let the Eagles get out quick. And then in the second half, they buttoned it up and they were doing their jobs, and they were so much better. So, this is all part of it. Every year, your team is new, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to continue to get better and better and better as the season goes on. When you have this many injuries, you're just trying to stay above water and win the games. It's just like, let's get through this week and win. Let's get through this. And so they did that the first 3 weeks. They almost did it today, but that's fine. You're 3-1 after the first quarter. You got a tough team. You have a resilient team. You have a quarterback that can take you all the way. Yeah. Your offensive line is getting healthier. That's going to be a huge – that when Gedeke comes back, when J-Mac comes back, who else are we going to get back? And hopefully Morrison and Dean can come back and play.
Well, Mike Evans. I mean, well, it's okay. The offense runs through Mike Evans.
And Mike Evans gets back. So right. I keep, it's what Mr. Brady was here. The GOAT was here today, and he always used to say that. It's not necessarily how you're playing in the first half. Yeah. Get your wins, get in position, but then get ready to go on a run. So we got the meat of the schedule here coming up.
Yes.
And then it gets a little easier at the end. So if you can go 2-2 in your next 4, boy, you are in position to get that number 1 seed. Now, we'll see what Philadelphia does. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. They're a really good team.
Right.
So they're going to lose some games. There's no question about that. So I really think these are 2 of probably the 4 teams that have a chance, along with the Lions and maybe the Packers, to be the number 1 seed.
Right.
So we go 2-2, and then we should be able – the Bucs should be able to go on a run at the end of the season with some teams that are, going to be less than.
All right, the other big
and
play
we're going to get healthy.
72 yards to Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
It looks like, Baker Mayfield, who, again, felt all the pressure in the world today. They got all kinds of pressure. Again, the reshuffled offensive line, especially on that right side, give them credit to where credit is due. He's going to be sacked, is able to somewhat escape, finds Bucky Irving there on 72-yard catch. I mean, they've incorporated Irving more into this passing game, and you get him out in space. That's what you want, JP.
Yeah. And the thing that's amazing to me about that is, he fumbled the possession earlier.
Yes.
Did you see his ankle and knee get wrenched under?
I did.
Wow. I'm like, I saw that, and I was like, he may not come back and play.
And once again, that's not a fumble.
Next thing I know, he's running down the sideline for a 72-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
That dude, not only is he tough as nails for a little guy, but he is resilient. He's like Gumby, man. He could get just stretched apart in all these different ways and still come back. That was, I thought, one of the most amazing things I saw today.
Yeah, all right.
How he even came back from that.
I agree. Finished with 15 carries for 63 yards in the passing game. Led them with 5 catches for 102 yards. You're going to need that because I think it's going to take a couple of games for Chris Godwin to come back. But you mentioned it. It was good to see him. Some people said he wasn't 100%. You didn't necessarily expect him to be 100%.
No.
Coming off a horrific injury, people will, why are you playing him? Well, because you're down Mike Evans, because you're down receivers at this point.
He's ready to go. I mean,
he's ready to go. So
at some point you got to come back and start playing, and he'll be back to his old self probably sooner than later.
Yeah.
So I'm very optimistic about this team. What I've seen in the first 4 games, they've been able to withstand a lot of different injuries and win games at the end, which is that's a talent. It's something that you have to learn. Bowles talks about this a lot. Teams that know how to win. I know it sounds kind of obvious, and nebulous, but it is a skill. It is a skill, and it takes experience to be calm in the moments, to make the plays that you should make, and then make some big ones because you're better in that moment.
Correct.
You're better in that moment. We got guys like Baker. We got guys like Evans and Godwin who have proven time and time again that in the moment they can step up and make big plays.
That's it. And I think a guy that made big plays that really galvanized that defensive line was Vita Vea, getting after it.
Yeah.
Couple sacks
Vita's having a great year.
He is. He's
really
having a great year, and he's tough to block. And when he started to –
and his new celebration.
Well, you like that? You like that? That's good. You like that?
The aura,
is he playing the guitar or what is he doing?
He's doing
that.
You seen the guy, the meme with the guy on the boat that he's like?
Oh, that's what he's doing. Yeah. Well, I got a text with that by somebody. So what the hell is he doing? I guess he's doing a boat celebration. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, along with the great J.P. Peterson of the J.P. Peterson Show. After the Bucs fall to 3-1, and as you said, the schedule does get tougher. You face the Seattle Seahawks on the road there. You have, of course, the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy comes back today. They're still undefeated. You have the Lions in there.
They're beat up too, though.
Yeah.
Lost Bosa. Yeah. They've lost a lot of players.
All right, let's go out. Yeah, Nick Bosa out for the year there, so that should definitely help. Tristan, welcome to the Evolution.
What's going on, Peter? How y'all doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. Doing great. It's a tough loss. I wouldn't say disappointing, but when you get down 24-6, sometime and you commit, you lose the turnover battle. More times than not, you're going to lose. I mean, I know it's we always say it, but it's true. It's absolutely true.
What do you got?
Yeah, well, I mean, I hate to be the guy to say vibes and all that other stuff, but this loss doesn't feel like the losses last year, if that makes sense. Like last year, it was more despair. Like, man, I can't believe that this defense looks like that, or I can't believe that this offense, man, we have no chance. But it's like, as I was watching the game, I'm like, man, you know what? These guys are showing grit. Like it was no quit. It was nobody was like hanging their head. Like no matter what was thrown against, it's like these guys fought back, man. And not only did they fight back, they fought back against the best team in the NFL. And I think that's overlooked when we make assessments about this game, because Philly is the champs. So like these are the guys. They won. This will be 19 straight games they won.
18 with Jalen Hurts starting.
Yeah, 18-1 by the way. Yeah, 19. Yeah,
a good football team, and
very good.
They got a couple of injuries today as well. So listen, it's a long season, and I asked Graham Barton about this. I said, you're probably gonna. Hopefully, you're going to see these guys again in the playoffs, and hopefully that game will be here and not in Philadelphia, although there probably be the same amount of Eagles here today.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Yeah, that's
it's disappointing.
Yeah,
there's way too much effing green in this stadium.
Is that Bucs fans selling their tickets again?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know who's to blame. I don't know who's to blame. It's not the organization. I know Brian Ford's doing everything they can to keep people from selling their tickets. They monitor it. If you do it too much, they dock you.
Yeah.
Hey, so they've done everything they can. It just comes down to the fans. If you're going to be a season ticket owner, you're going to sell your tickets. Listen, it's expensive, and you can make money on it. I'm not here to, in these tough times, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do with their money.
Sure.
I'm not here to say blame, but it sucks. It's
does.
Like one of those things. Like I just want to say it's a bad situation. There needs to be more Buck fans in here than there were Eagle fans. Now for the playoffs, we did it last year.
Absolutely.
We were not last year. The year
a couple
before.
Years ago. Yes. All red.
They came here during the regular season, got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
And there were tons of Eagle fans here. And then when the playoffs came, their team was a little bit in disarray, and then nobody showed up.
Yeah.
Or maybe just Buck fans didn't sell their tickets.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I don't know who's to blame, and I don't know what to do about it. It's just it's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool. I'm tired of going to Tampa Bay games that are taken over by the visiting team.
It's just not good. It's not a good look.
I don't know what to tell you about it, but it's not a good look.
I don't know what this team can do more than what they've done.
Or this organization.
I mean, the organization has reached out to the fans. They've won consistently. You already won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. You go all in. The commitment is there. It's just maybe those Bucs fans, I hate to say this, well, the economy, but also maybe just the Bucs fans that you're coming here on Sunday are actually Eagle fans in disguise or rooted for the Eagles. It happens.
Well, I know this. There were plane loads. They had to add 7 flights from Philly this week. And
can you do that? Can you cut off you cut off the planes from Philadelphia from them coming into Tampa? You can do that. Well, you can do a lot of things these days, boy. It may offend some people and may take away by somebody's rights, but damn it, you got to have a home field advantage. BA said that a couple of years ago. Where's the home field advantage at this point? I hear Eagle, EAG. I get tired of hearing it. I went to Tampa Joe's last night and heard it.
What was bad was like when the Eagles defensive players, when it was third down for the Bucs,
yes,
were like going like this. to their crowd. Like, let's get into let's get a crowd. So, I mean, are you kidding me?
Right.
We're at home and they're revving up their fans to make it too loud for us to make a check at the line.
Ridiculous.
That
sucks.
If I'm a Bucs player, I'm pissed off about that.
Should be.
If I'm a Bucs player, they'll never say it. But maybe somebody should. Maybe somebody should. Because, and again, I don't know who to blame or what to blame. I just don't like it.
No.
And I don't think the players do either.
And the wind doesn't like it either. Blowing everything around here. I don't think it's a hurricane or anything. But it's nice good wind. It's nice today. I got sun all day long. It is a beautiful. Just hopefully it doesn't blow down the camera there. Now, Tristan, what else?
Yeah, like I said, man, and then the Morrison kid, man, that guy's impressive.
He's a dog.
Yes, I was thoroughly impressed by what I'm saying. The D-line was getting after it today. Linebackers flying everywhere. We shut down the number one rushing game from last year, and we shut them out. It's a lot to be excited about this team.
Yeah.
And I'll be remiss, and I will say it, and I've said it in the past, and everybody knows that I wasn't the biggest Baker fan, and I stand by it. But
right,
you got to give him what he deserves, man.
Another great run for a first down today.
Yep,
in the clutch.
Yeah. Dude, Baker's dialed in this season, and he's not making the mistake. He had the mistake, but that just came from trying to do too much.
And the Eagles,
we were right here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right
and
there.
We could have got
the Eagles are really talented defensively, especially in their secondary. They got a lot of great athletes, and they played a lot of
thanks for the call.
They played a lot of too high today. Baker was talking about this. They just make you go the long way. They're going to let you catch it in front of them. They're just not going to let you get behind him, although we did twice.
Mm-hmm.
But they make it very, very difficult, and they close on the ball so quickly, and they tackle well.
Right.
I mean, when you can get pressure with 4 and you can drop 7, and those 7 guys are uber aggressive and they tackle real well and they cover space, it's really, really hard to move the football. The way you beat that is to run the football.
That's it.
And the Bucs did that okay today, but they weren't, again, if you have Gedeke and Mock, you're running the ball for 160, 170 yards, which is setting up a lot of different things. When you can't do that, it's really difficult to move the ball against this
when
defense.
you get down early, 24-6, it does make you one-dimensional. That's where you have to throw the ball 40 times by Baker Mayfield. Let me ask you, because we kind of talked about it, Liam Cohen gone now to Jacksonville. Josh Grizzard, what did you think of his play calling during this game?
When you get down 24-6, I thought it did become a little – it's the first time this year I said it's a little predictable.
Yeah.
It was a little predictable, but, I hate to kind of – to rip them on that, because you get down to your point 24-3, I think it was 24-6.
Yeah.
And it does take a little bit of the play, the play calling out as far as running the ball. We had, that's why I'm checking the stats here. We had run the ball for 100,
I got you covered.
100,
Wait,
100 plus yards, 11 games in a row.
Yes.
So what did we do today?
63 from Bucky. Rashad was 17. So quick math there.
104 we did.
Yeah.
Well, so we did get over there. Right?
You got over again.
12 games in a row that we ran for 100 and held the other team to under 100. And the Eagles had only 88. There you go.
Well, and then by the way, Jalen Hurts, he does get out. He does get some scrambles there. 9 for 62. Saquon Barkley, 19 for 43. Once again, this defense doing a good job when it comes to Jalen Hurts. I think they let him go a couple times today. They got pressure on him, but they let him go. They lost containment, and that also hurt him. And then you also do the fake tush push there with the touchdown to Saquon. It was a great call.
And here we were 3 for 13. The Bucs were 3 for 13 on third down.
There you go.
And they were 1 for their first 9, I believe.
Yep.
That's something, Josh Grizzard has been a wizard at third down. He was our third down guy last year, and we led the league in over 50% third downs.
Yeah.
So as I recall, we had a lot of third and longs today because we couldn't establish the run.
Yeah.
Again,
agree.
When Gedeke comes back, and I guess Haggard's got that right guard position right now. I got to go, see the tape of how well he played. I think he struggled a little bit, to be quite honest.
I think he
but
did
listen, you're going up. This is probably the best 2 defensive tackle combination in the league.
Yeah.
So you're gonna those 2 guys are freaking monsters.
Jordan Davis and of course Jalen Carter.
Nasty Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Jalen Carter, and what you like about Tristan Wirfs coming back to the fold, not only does it solidify your offensive line because you saw them more run to the left side.
Total yards for the Eagles today?
Total yards
200
yards.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Going back to it, though, Baker Mayfield, it looks like the receiver or the defender is grabbing Baker Mayfield, about to grab Baker Mayfield. Tristan Wirfs comes right in there and goes, no, you're not touching my quarterback, to the point of where the player, and I believe it's Mitchell at the time, grabbing his face mask, and he got called for it. Not Tristan, but the Eagles
Well,
defender.
there was that another Bucky face mask that wasn't called while he's carrying the ball.
Right.
How do you miss a face mask
I don't know.
on a ball carrier?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's
he's
a
out in the open.
simplistic call.
The ref is like literally 5 yards away on the sideline.
Yes.
How can you not see when a face mask is grabbed and a head is turned?
Yes.
Like, how do you miss that?
I don't know.
Golly.
And Lens Crafter's call. They wanted to for their
The 7 blind mice are out there. And nobody saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day long, grabbing the jersey, grabbing the shirt.
Yeah.
All day. Nice fan stream shirt, by the way, there. That's JP Peterson. I'm your host, Peter Blake. There.
FanStreamSports.com. You can get one.
Yeah.
And these nice hats, too. We
got it right there. And then you got Tampa Joe's right there, who had lots of Philadelphia Eagle fans today. Tell you what, let's go out to these comments. JP is cursing out FSU. That was when we had no sound. That's what they were saying you were doing. I go back to that.
How'd you know?
Well, listen, go back to that one. You get down 14-0 with FSU. They climb back. Their defense is not very good.
The defense did not show up.
Was that a catch, by the way?
Yes, it was a catch. Obviously, it was a catch.
1 foot in.
Yeah, it's a catch. He probably what he shouldn't have done is rearrange the ball.
Right.
He had it.
Right.
But he had it. He had full possession of it, and then as he went out of bounds,
well, the defender touches his shoulder pad, so it makes it look like
he had it.
Right,
he had it. He had control of it.
Right,
and he rearranged it a little bit. He didn't need to, but he had 2 feet down.
Yeah,
and control the ball. The fumble early on with Sawchuk, I thought that was a terrible one. There was another interception. Listen, Florida State should have won that football game.
Yeah.
They should have won that football game. But credit Virginia. My good friend Ronnie Barber. Well, good win. Their quarterback. Florida State just played some dumb football.
Did he give it to you, by the way? Did he give it to you? Like he said,
sure
Virginia?
Of course he did.
Because I know your friends are Ronnie Barber.
All my Virginia friends giving it to me. Give it right back.
Miami next week. You got a chance to be Miami?
Oh, man. I got 2 tickets on the 50. That's all I know, baby.
Nice. Woo.
Yeah, we got a chance to beat Miami. Hell yeah, we got a chance to beat Miami. I think Miami's really good.
Yeah.
I think Miami's really good, and we'll have to play our best football to win it. We can't give away touchdowns. We can't throw interceptions on the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Can't like the Bucs today.
Yes.
You can't turn the ball over in the red zone like that. I mean, you got to get points right there. You can't have a block punt for a touchdown.
You come in with zero turnovers.
They got 200 yards of offense, and you gave them a touchdown on a punt block.
Yep.
I mean, not that the defense was not great in the first half. I'm not going to say that they were.
Right.
But you gave up 7 points on a block punt. You give up 200 yards in a game, you should win.
I agree.
You should win. But you have basically 3 turnovers, the block punt, and 2. And it's not like those turnovers weren't big. The one from Baker costs at least 3 points, if not 7.
Yeah.
At the 5-yard line, you could have tied the game right there. And then Bucky's, they get the ball at the 25 and they take it in. Sure. So two brutal turnovers and a block punt for a touchdown, and you're still. It's a 1-score game.
But by the way, Chase McLaughlin, I mean, if you get some points out of that situation, 57-65, when he kicks the 65-yard field goal, which, by the way, surpasses Matt Bryant, you are my hero.
That's right.
From the great Gene Deckerhoff. Let me see if it will play. Will it play? It won't play. Okay, there you go. So, I mean.
By the way, first time ever a Bucs kickers had 2 kicks 58 and longer.
Amazing.
Yeah, Chase. Well, that's when people were like, "Oh, we got to bring somebody in. This kicker." I'm like, "Shut up!
Fire the cannon!"
Exactly.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. I mean,
he missed a couple field goals. He's human.
Right. He's a human being, and again, that's the reason why the Bucs get him in the first place, because he's a kicker that can kick from long distance. I know when you saw the kick and I saw the kick, I didn't think he made it, and it just went right over.
First of all, I was like, you got those 2 studs in the middle that are going to come through the middle and get their hands up, and
block.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get it over their hands.
Right.
Then we got a situation going back the other way. So, but I think the decision was right, because at that point you're down. You got to get something going.
Right.
Normally if that's a 14-6 game, you probably don't take that chance, but at that point you got to take the chance. So great call by Bowles there. Again, I thought he managed the game really, really well today. They got timeouts to get an extra possession at the end of the half. They did everything that they should have done.
Yeah.
And So his game management this year has been absolutely superlative, or Zach Beistline's game man. Whoever's doing the game managing, kudos.
Yeah, kudos. All right, let's go out to the phone lines here. Let's get this guy on. Sun Devil Dave, welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show here live from Raymond James Stadium. Go ahead.
Great job, guys. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine, yes.
Okay, I'm remote. I'm over on 30th Street near USF, 30th Street Sports, where I went outside a little bit. But watching my Bears mess up, but that's another story.
Yeah, good to know.
But they're down 14-9.
Yes.
Real quick, I mean, look, they played their hearts out. JPP, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think
JP,
they missed Evans on those 50-50 balls where they could put Evans, like those 1st and 10 at the 11 where they have Evans could do a 50-50 with his height?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? They really missed that, right?
Yeah, listen, I think those 50-50 balls, when I go back and look at this and you start counting them up, they were crucial. They were crucial.
Right.
They were first downs that we didn't get, that could have extended drives. I just remember as I'm watching, was like, if we get that catch. And it wasn't, the receivers, it's not like they dropped the ball. These were physical plays, and that's how Dijon plays. Those guys play. They're really good corners. They're physical corners. And like Chris Godwin told me, I don't know if you heard it early, I asked Chris about it. He goes, yeah, they were jumping it. There's no question they were being aggressive, but we got to beat them to the ball. He'd rather have the referees let us play than do the ticky-tack calls. So, good on the they're the Super Bowl champs for a reason. They're really, really good, and their defensive backs are good, and I think they won the day against our receivers, to be quite honest.
And credit to where credit is due. Jalen Hurts did play somewhat of a good game there. Being able to escape, being able to scramble. Nick Sirianni coached this team up. He had them ready to play. You knew coming into it, and they knew it also coming in early to acclimatize themselves to the heat.
Yeah, that didn't work. That was stupid.
No,
that was stupid.
Yeah,
look at how they played in the second half. They were dead.
They were not good.
Yeah.
They were not good.
They came down early and got dehydrated.
All right.
Nice job.
But another question about the tush push little sneak play. Normally,
great call.
They run the tush push usually majority of the time on fourth and short, right?
Right. Yeah. Or whenever any short yardage play. Yeah.
I mean, how many times did they run it on 3rd and 1?
A lot.
3rd and 1, right?
Yeah, they do it all the time. Any short yardage. Yeah.
The reason I want to bring that up is, like, do you think when they said, 3rd and 1, they saw the formation, you think that the Bucs defensive coordinator is like, wow, 3rd and 1, they're doing a tush push. That's kind of odd.
No, it's not. It's not odd. It's not odd. They do it 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. They're tush push. It's a great call. Yaya was playing the defensive end. I don't know if there was somebody who had outside leverage that was supposed to have outside leverage, but that's a tough call. If you're gonna stop it, you got to commit everybody to the inside, and if they're gonna go outside, like shot,
agree.
Agree.
I completely
like Brady
agree.
said on the broadcast, is like, now people got more to worry about when they line up for the tush push, which is going to make the tush push even more effective because now you got to take guys out of the middle to protect the edge. So it's a great play. I know Bowles doesn't think we should ban it, but the Bucs as an organization voted against it. And you know what? If they're going to ask me, I'm going to vote against it. If you're going to give me an opportunity to take away a play from my rival that they do really well, I mean, inside ethically, I don't think it's cool to do it because they're just really good at it. But if that's the rules and I get to make a decision on it, then as an organization, I'm going to vote against it.
All right, reset, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show. Let's go out to the comments. Also heard from the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, may come down and join us here in just a little bit. James Flash Ludeman says, coaching is awful. No adjustments in the first half. Bucs can't expect to come back against good teams. Agree with that, James Ludeman?
No, I do not.
Okay.
A lot of times you think it looks like they're not making adjustments,
right?
And guys are just not doing their jobs, and that's essentially what Todd said was guys were missing their assignments. So once they got their assignments in the second half, the defense was lights out.
Yeah.
So sometimes it is. I know what you're saying, like, there's nobody on contain. We have to make an adjustment. Well, no, there's somebody that was supposed to be on contain. They just didn't contain.
Correct.
And it was a mental error. So it can be both ways. Like Brady said last week, I think on his broadcast, it's overrated cliches in football is halftime adjustments. It's completely overrated because teams, you're making adjustments all the time during the game.
Right.
You're making adjustments after the first drive, the second drive, third drive, fourth drive. It's not like, oh, we're not allowed to make adjustments until halftime. Oh, now we're going to make adjustments. No, if you're a decent football team and a good coaching staff, you're constantly making adjustments. You don't wait till halftime to make adjustments. So, yeah, I mean, I just think they played smarter. They played better.
All right, let's go out to the comments here. William says, where are the fans at? How embarrassing to let the Eagles take over the stadium. I'm right. Honestly, we just need to fix this special teams. Third game in a row, they screwed this game up. Yep. Ed says the game hurt, but the Bucs will win next week. I'm calling it now. I mean, we did play the Super Bowl champs, and we had a chance to win it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm proud of the Bucs. Jeff says Baker needs to check down in those situations. Again, live by the sword, die by the sword. That's what we came into it. You love Baker on that run.
He'll be the first to tell you. He's got to eat that ball. And then another, it's like, it's not like he wanted to do that.
Yes.
He saw, and I got to go look at it closer. But what he said is he saw Godwin open. He saw a place to get it in. He went to throw the ball, and it slipped.
Yeah.
Just like they had a bad snap that went over. You know how hard it is to keep that ball dry out here in this kind of heat.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculously hard.
It looked like it was tipped, too, if you watch the replay.
Yeah, so he couldn't throw it. A ball like that, it's a tight window.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really tight window. Yeah, so in that sense, to your point, you just eat it. And you just had to throw it away. But he tried to get a little too aggressive with it. And again, we're 3-1 with him in the end of the game, so we'll take that, right?
You'll take that.
He wins 3 out of 4 in the last minute.
Yeah,
we'll take that.
You'll take that with all the injuries you've had. All right, let's go out to Jeff Atlaw. He says Chase McLaughlin, I'm sorry. There you go. Good stuff there, Christopher Cole.
Oh, nice. See, they're good to apologize.
He did because he put it on my wall. He's on borrowed time, and I said, just relax. I gave him the Aaron Rodgers. He missed a couple kicks. He'll be okay. They're not going to bring in anybody. Again, the reason why they get McLaughlin in the first place is because he's great from long distance. He showed that. And he's also a kicker that can, kick from 40, 30, 40 yards usually. Yes. Dixon is gun shy because of the protection. Agree with that?
Yes. Something's wrong with him. But I don't remember his windup being that big. It just seems now
it's like a Jameis
so
Winston,
slow.
Byron Leftwich long up.
He's a long
wind
strider.
Up to throw the ball.
And he takes 2 really big steps, which obviously moves you closer to the line,
right?
Closer to the pressure. I don't know, but he's been in this league for 9 years.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was a deficiency for him, it would have been exposed long before now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's just changed his routine or doing something different. Now, the snap was, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit to the right.
A little bit
to the right.
Yeah.
So even something like that can mess you up.
Yeah.
Mess up your steps. So
about timing. It is all about timing at the end of the day. Christopher Cole, how many holding did the Eagles get away with? Did you see that? I mean, I saw Vita being held. I see a lot of guys being held.
You know what good teams in this league do? They play physical and they see what they can get away with.
Yeah.
And the Eagles do that all day long.
Yep.
And they know if the crew is not going to call it, they're going to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. And that's smart football. That's smart football.
All right, let's go out to Mike here. Refs were horrendous, letting Eagles get away with holds. Jeff again. Eric, he should have checked it down. Eric says refs suck. The DBs held almost every play, that being the Eagles.
Very
DBs.
Physical, yeah.
Yeah, very physical and also pass interference friendly there. Roger Shue with the terrible comment of the day. I hope your Bears lose. Go Birds, he says. David says, I love the way we didn't give up, but we all know turnovers kill. Sitton says, go Bucs. Fire the special teams coach. Jim Melvin, it always stings a little more when you dominate total yardage and still lose. And you look inside the numbers here. He's absolutely correct about this. Let's look at those numbers.
340 to 200.
376 total yards to the Tampa Bay.
376 to 200.
Yeah, 272 passing, rushing 104. So you keep that streak alive. 18 first downs compared to the Eagles. 16. You said at 200 total yards. 112 passing yards by Jalen Hurts. Is that correct? Because that doesn't seem like it's correct.
No,
that's crazy
got
to
nothing.
me. The
second half, except for the time they got the fumble, they didn't even move the ball forward.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a shutout.
Yeah, it was. Sacks allowed, even there. Penalties. Eagles had more. I mean, again, it comes back to the turnovers. They're just killers at that point. And again, I don't want to harp on it, but
their yards per rush were 2.8, and that's including Jalen's 30-yard run as he escaped the pocket.
Yeah,
their yards per play were 4.3.
Right.
No, sorry, 3.4.
Well, they've had problems. They've had problems with that all year long, JP, with big plays. I mean, they showed it last week. I don't think they have big. They didn't have any big plays that you saw. I mean, Goddard over the middle, but that's about it. I didn't see
Jalen's
any real big
scramble
plays.
was, I think, their longest play.
So Falcons fired their wide receiver coach. That's what Eric says. It's not the coach. It's the players. Let's see. Madrid, Spain representing. Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know who you
All right,
are.
brother. I'm going to get out of here.
Get out of here.
If you got some more stuff to do here.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Don't forget JP Peterson show tomorrow from 10 to 12, every Monday through Friday from 10 to 12. You can find us on X. You can find us on WATB Sports. You can find us on Facebook at JP Peterson. Just Google it. You can listen to it as a podcast on Spotify. 2 hours, Tampa Bay Centric Sports Talk each and every day. Great guests, the JP Peterson show. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. There you go. JP Peterson, thanks a lot for the time. Yes, we'll put that over there. And thank you very much. Again, as always, Mr. JP Peterson. Yes, absolutely. He says, go Bucs. So go Bucs. Let's go ahead and get that underway.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up. Fire the cannon.
All right, so let's go ahead and right here, Facebook's not working for me. Special teams are bad, man. Listen, we fought hard into the end. I knew it was going to be a tough game. We have some work plans on the ball at this point. Absolutely agree with you on that. Yeah, Facebook, I don't know what's going on with Facebook at this point, but you're exactly right on that. We'll go continue to read comments here. Let's see. Light, fine Bucs, a capable punter. As we're expecting the great TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Let's go out to the Greek himself. I would fire everyone. Unbelievable. I'd even fire Peter Blake. Tampa Bay definitely had chances. Couple bad throws for Baker. If Tampa Bay was completely healthy, we would have had a different result for sure. Appreciate that. Throw me underneath the bus as always. And for that, you get this.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Let's see. Work on the web. Mike D. Roche. Light finds Bucs, a capable punter. Work on it this week. Keep Baker safer, though. Let's go beat the Hawks, I believe, next week. LFG. John Gerber reposted the stream. Thank you very much, John Gerber. Let's go out to this guy right here as I'm producing live here. We do, the media icon right there. Get his headphones on. The sideline reporter for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mr. TJ Reeves. Bucs lose the first one, but once again, a great comeback in that second half. And again, I think if you look at these four games, and I know we've said it over and over again with the plethora of injuries when it comes to offensive line, wide receiver, you would be happy with the 3-1. And I think it also goes back to what Tristan said on the phone. It doesn't feel like last year's losses. You had a chance to win this game. You lost the turnover battle. Sure. Your thoughts? Welcome to the Evolution.
Well, listen, it's good to be with you.
Good to be with you.
I'm about to be a raisin, I think, at this point from being out in the 110 plus on the playing surface for the better part of about 3.5 hours. And I will say at field level, the Eagles did look worn down in the fourth quarter. Now, credit them. They make the interception with Jahad Campbell, the Alabama first-round pick at linebacker. They got the stop at the end that they had to have, but I mean, there were opportunities to win this game.
Yeah.
Which after Philadelphia's up 24-3, you're thinking, that this could have gone very, very ugly in the second half. So credit the Buccaneers for making adjustments at halftime. They get the two big pass plays. They get back in the game. So they showed you a lot. So and this can't be emphasized enough. I know you've been talking about this. That's one of the best teams in the NFL. That's the defending champions, and they played like a champion with the game on the line.
Yeah.
Credit them, because where we saw Atlanta and Houston and even the Jets last week not be able to stop the Buccaneers, the Eagles twice stopped them when the game was on the line.
Let's start out with Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs coming back. How surprised were you? Because we kind of talked about it, but Godwin had a couple catches today. It was great to see Tristan Wirfs mix it up as Baker's being attacked and he's protecting his quarterback. I thought the left side of the line did a good job. I thought the right side, not so much. Baker was under pressure. It was good to see those guys back, right?
Yeah, and the leadership that both are going to show. Wirfs obviously is the premier left tackle in the game, and he's probably close to 100%, but not 100%. You hope to get him healthier.
Yeah,
he held up well. And again, Godwin, they were all over him. They were holding him some. Again, we have replay assists for all kinds of things, and we don't have a replay assist where an Eagle player is dragging Chris Godwin's jersey.
He's pulling his jersey on the replay
to keep a pass from being completed. So that's a little much. But yeah, those guys are going to be key contributors, and a credit to Chris that inside of a year he's able to come back from a shattered lower leg that had to have 2 surgeries. But unfortunately, you dug too big a hole. You once again had a special teams blocked kick. They got to get this figured out. I don't know. I mean, you might have to go back to bad Buccaneer football of the 80s, the 76 Bucs. When is the last time that they had 3 consecutive games with a blocked punt and or a blocked field goal like this? That is perfectly correctable right back here at the beginning of the game on get the punt off quicker. We talked about this in the aftermath of both the Atlanta and the Houston game. You've got to work on it. You got to drill on it. And there it was again today. And the unfortunate part is the word is now out. Teams are seeing special teams tape and know where to attack, where you are vulnerable in your protection. We're seeing that. So it's incumbent on Thomas McGahee and those guys to figure it out, because that was costly at the beginning of the game. Now, Cameron Johnson was electrifying as the punt returner and almost out the gate on 2 different occasions for touchdowns. So it's not all bad news. Chase McLaughlin, my Lord, 65 yards at the end of the half to make it 24-6, then 58 yards later in the game. And the shame of it is when Mayfield throws the interception right back here, that's on first down.
Yep.
You're still in field goal range. If you don't end up getting enough yardage and there's still 5 or 6 minutes left in the game, kick the field goal. And now a touchdown, if you get the ball back, is going to win the game.
Yes.
If you get that opportunity. But McLaughlin was a weapon again today, so not all bad on the special teams, but, man, tough loss. And I take away, again, the Eagles are really good. You hate to admit that. They haven't accidentally won 20 of their last 21 games. Let me say again, they've won 20 of their last 21 games in the NFL. That's good. And maybe that's the real story, that when the game was on the line, they were better.
Absolutely. Let's go out to the phone lines here.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
Jim from Ohio, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with the great media icon TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, live from Raymond James Stadium after your Bucs fall to 3-1, losing to the Philadelphia Eagles 31-25. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. First of all, I'm going to do a little faults because I don't like talking about faults, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. Man, what our faults are, we're going to use our timeout so we can save a little time so we can get that last story in?
Well,
Coach Bowles.
Well, yeah, I go back. You don't have a chance at that point. You get stopped. You don't have a chance.
We always got chances.
Well, you got chances, but not at that point. You don't have a chance.
That was a defensive game.
What is the criticism? He used the timeouts at the end of the game that he had left. What are you criticizing?
Yeah, he had to use those timeouts.
What are you criticizing?
Yeah, he could have used them a little earlier. At least one.
Well, no,
he had all of them.
But then you don't. Well, yeah, you always have all of them. I don't understand what the point is.
Yeah.
He had to use.
He never uses them to the very end of the game. That's my criticism.
Well, you do understand that you were trying to get a touchdown.
Yep.
You had 3 timeouts left, and you elected to take one right when Mayfield got sacked, because I guess they felt like we're going to lose 10 or 15 seconds off the clock here. You can maybe quibble with that, but I don't understand the criticism of why did you take the 2 timeouts at the end of the game? You took the 2 that you had left.
Yeah.
You forced it to run all the way down to the final 6 or 7 seconds. I said on the radio, I think this is setting up for the punter to run out of the back of the end zone and run the game clock out, and that's exactly what they did.
That's exactly what he did.
And the bottom line, again, is the Eagles were just better when they had to be better.
That's it. And again, you get down 24-6, you lose the turnover battle, and you're something like you're 3 and 13 on third down.
You get a punt blocked for a touchdown.
Yeah, Baker.
You have 3 turnovers, and you're still in the game.
You're still in the game. You're still in the game.
Yeah, Baker got to hold on to the ball. And turnovers. We don't need any turnovers.
Well, Jim, to that point,
Eagles.
To that point, you're exactly right. To that point, Jim, stand by. Go back to you, TJ. When you see that play, it looks like the ball is tipped. Baker talks about it in the press conference. Okay. It also slipped. What did you see on that play? What did you learn
it's
from
on
Baker?
The other side of the field from me, and it's a throw. There's not a Buccaneer receiver really in the area. Maybe it did get tipped and just live to fight another down. It's first down. It's one thing if that's fourth down. You totally understand that.
Right.
But you're in field goal range, and there's 5 minutes left?
Yeah.
6 minutes left?
6 minutes left, yeah.
So if you kick a field goal with all 3 timeouts left and the 2-minute warning, you got plenty of time to get the ball back and maybe win the game.
Yes.
But the Eagles made the plays. Credit them.
Jim, appreciate the call, man. Use that
all
second
right,
ball.
hey, one more thing. I just want to do the positives because I didn't.
Give us a
I
positive.
just want to be
Give
negative.
Give me the positives.
All right,
Yes.
positive.
Yes.
Positive.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield was putting ropes on the ball. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Every time he threw it down the field, it was ropes. I wish he would have just kept throwing it down the field until something else happened.
Especially Temeka Ibuka there, 77 yards there through 2.
And Irving, our running back.
And Irving's just a broken play, and he looks up, and Irving's behind him, and wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the explosiveness of this team, we see it.
Yeah, we see it. All right, Jim, appreciate the call. Right. Appreciate you, as always. We'll go ahead and give him that. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Baker Mayfield, once again, leading this team. You look at the numbers overall for this quarterback, 22 for 40, 289, 2 touchdowns, although has the 1 interception there, under pressure all day long. But like you said, able to make those big plays. Talk about the Ibuka play. Did you get a chance to see that one?
Again, that's down at the far end of the field from where we were down here on this end. But again, it was a rope, and Dejan made the leap for the deflected ball. He leaped in front of Ibuka and tried to swat it, and he missed. And when he did, Ibuka's right behind him. You would have liked to have seen him go ahead and get in the end zone as opposed to turn around and pose at the 2-yard line or the 1-yard line. But nonetheless, you get in. He made the play. That is the first time in Baker Mayfield's career with 2 70-plus yard touchdown passes in the same game.
Wow.
It is the first time since 2018, Peter Blake and Sports Web audience and the JP Peterson show, that the Buccaneers have had a quarterback throw for 2 70-plus yard touchdowns in the same game since Ryan Fitzmagic did it against who?
The Philadelphia Eagles on the first play to Deshaun Jackson, our good buddy.
And then later in the game,
Paul Stewart.
He had another bomb to O.J. Howard later in that same game. So that's the last time. Tom Brady never had 2 70-plus yard touchdowns in his 3-year Buccaneer career. So there's a lot of positives to take away. Defense played well in the second half. Again, you had the Eagles on the ropes. They were in trouble in the fourth quarter, but they showed heart of a champion type stuff. You credit them. Because, again, where the Falcons and the Texans and the Jets couldn't stop the Buccaneers at the end of the game, the Eagles did it twice.
They did. They did it twice. And, again, give them credit. They were ready to play. That's the reason why they're defending Super Bowl champions. And if you take care of your business, which I think this Bucs team can do here in the next couple of weeks, Seattle next week, you go to Seattle. That's going to be a tough matchup, the 12th man. You have the San Francisco 49ers always being a competitive matchup, although Nick Bosa is going to be out for that game, so that's a break for the Bucs.
By the way, the Jaguars are taking it to the 49ers right now. Last check, 17-6 in the third quarter, and they look good. San Francisco with Brock Purdy has been shaky for some of this game, so that's fascinating. Again, long trip out to Seattle, and you got to do this a couple of times where you go there, come back, and then later in the year, go there again to the West Coast. Long season, kids. But you got back in this game today. I mean, it looked for a little bit like this could be 38-6 or 38-13 or something like that.
Yeah.
But your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, these guys got off the canvas at halftime, and even though they had the ball after forcing the Eagles to punt right away and didn't do anything with it, they then got back in the game after that. The punt return, the long passes, the whole bit. This is an explosive team.
Yeah.
You get Mike Evans back. You get Chris Godwin somewhat healthy. I mean, you talk about embarrassment of riches of skilled guys.
Jalen McMillan.
Wow. With this team, Bucky Irving and Rashad White is a 1-2 punch in the backfield. You got a lot of weapons on this team.
Yeah, an injury situation there. You had Jamel Dean go out. Could be a serious injury. That's the reason why you acquire Benjamin Morrison. Morrison comes in, plays well, and then he goes out with a hamstring situation. So
Hassan Reddick also went out with what was called a stinger and also concussion evaluation. I saw him after the game. The good news is he doesn't have the arm in a sling or anything like that for right now when the media was standing around talking to everybody. Let's hope he's okay because he was hustling all over the field too, and you basically didn't have him for about the last quarter and a half. He went out midway through the third with that injury. So, again, there's a lot that's going to be scrutinized about this game. Jalen Hurts, again, was magnificent in the first half, 15 of 16, and did nothing in the second half of the game, and that's credit the Bucs defense. You want to get a couple of comments in?
Yeah, let's get some.
What do you want to do? Give me some comments.
Let's get some comments in here. James says, this is Tony Dungy 2.0. Wins are good, but when it comes down to good teams, can't figure that out somehow. I don't know what Ludemann's on at this point. This is James Ludemann. I don't think Todd Bowles is 2.0 by any means. This team has shown they can beat good teams. They showed that they could beat the Philadelphia Eagles last year handily, and that's when they went on that roll to win the Super Bowl. They showed they could beat the Eagles in the wild card game. They have showed that they can beat good teams. I think that's nonsense. The fake tush push was tough to overcome.
Wow.
Well,
how about they pulled the shovel pass out of the kind of the tight formation in the first half?
Yep, to Dallas Goedert.
Then they shoveled it to him again inside out of the shotgun, and then they ran the end around to Baker Mayfield that only faked out all 11 guys on the line of scrimmage that weren't expecting that. So Nick Sirianni getting tricky with the tush push. And
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, they got him.
It may have been Baker Mayfield. It would have been nice if it would Baker Mayfield.
It wasn't Baker Mayfield, but yeah, they faked out all the Buccaneers. And again, they've gone to some different wrinkles with the tush push here in Philadelphia. So credit them on that.
All right, Bucs season ticket holders responsible for that green. A lot of green in the stadium. It was disappointing to see. We've seen it all around town. I don't hate it, but then again, this is the reason why you got home field advantage in the first place. I don't know what you can do. It could have been on Bucs season ticket holders. I get it. The economy is bad. You're selling your tickets, but you got to have a home field advantage, and having that today was just that was nonsense.
But again, the Bucs didn't give their crowd much to cheer about until the 65-yard field goal, which again is a record.
Yep.
Matt Bryant had the record.
Yes.
62 yards against
the Philadelphia Eagles
in 2006. That's the Gene Deckerhoff. Say hallelujah.
Say hallelujah. And Matt Bryant, you are my hero. Yes. There you go, right there.
Fire the cannon.
Yeah, great to have Mean Gene back. But again, in summation here, it is a defeat. You can't let it beat you twice. Clean up stuff in Seattle. Baker Mayfield said to me, and I'm sure he said it on the podium, hey, we dug too big a hole, and it's on me.
Yeah.
Offense needs to do a better job of sustaining drives, getting touchdowns early on in the game. It's a totally different game had they done that. But Philadelphia is good too, and the other teams are trying too. And so I take away from this that it's a good, humbling experience here tonight, that if you're not going to play better than what we saw today, the better teams will beat you, and Philadelphia did.
Absolutely. All right, good stuff. Final thoughts here, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, the media icon. As I'm gonna read all these comments, but I'm gonna get you out of here.
Well, I appreciate it, and everybody hang in there. We'll head off to Seattle and see what happens with that game coming on Sunday in the Pacific Northwest. Not an easy travel situation. 50th year for both teams, so we got a little throwback again going next week. And stay tuned. Let's see what this looks like. If you, I know this, we talked on your show over and over again. If you said to anybody, first 4 games of the year with Wirfs and Godwin not playing the first 3, what's your record going to be? If it's 3-1, would you be buying that? Everybody would buy that. Everybody would get their Venmo and their PayPal and whatever else out and say, let me buy that.
Buy it.
Buy like on Amazon. Let me buy 3-1.
Yes,
I know you wanted to win to be 4-0, but take 3-1 right now for the first part of the year.
Take 3-1, and we're off to Seattle. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, the media icon. Thanks a lot for the time here on the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show here live from Raymond James Stadium, as it has been a long, hot day here. I'll go ahead. Thank you very much, sir. Put that down right there. Let's go back out to these comments. We'll read the comments. We'll take your phone calls. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 here Let's read these comments, and then we will get out of here for the day. Corey Green, big-time Eagle fan. Congratulations to you, my friend. Absolutely, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. David says, yeah, it did sound like an Eagles home game. Mike D. Roche's. JP, this game wasn't even a sellout. 2-3-0 teams, no sellout. Hard to see empty seats. It was tough. Let's go out to Frankie from Wisconsin. I hope I'm saying it right. Wisconsin, welcome to the Evolution here on a disappointing day. I wouldn't say disappointing, but a tough loss by your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 31-25 against the Philadelphia Eagles.
I would not call it. Yes, on paper it says we are 3-1.
Right.
But I want to say that, first off, that was a tough team we were playing.
Correct.
A very tough team. And we could hang with that.
Yeah.
That's like, and with Mike Evans gone, we were still doing well.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying I got mad points off of Ibuka on fantasy. I'm just saying. That boy put us in numbers.
Well, you know, if you had a fantasy football team today and you had Emeka Ibuka, he had 4 catches for 101 yards with, again, the 1 touchdown and 77, 78 yards there on the catch between Eagle defenders. And, again, I'm watching it. I think it's intercepted by one of the defenders there, and Ibuka, with the concentration, cradles the ball and just walks into the end zone at that point.
I mean, and you'll be the first one I doubted Emeka Ibuka. I doubted him as a draft choice.
Yeah.
I literally said it to you on your show.
Right.
And I was like, I don't think that was a good choice.
Right.
I really don't think. And
now you would change your mind about that. It's a great choice, right? It's a great choice.
I saw him in preseason.
Right.
And I was like, that guy, he's got something special.
He does.
Like, I see Justin Jefferson when I see him.
Yep.
And I'm just, he's going to be something special.
Yeah, to me, it reminds me of Chris Godwin. That's who it reminds me of. Professional, the way he runs routes, the way he's dependable. He had a drop or two here today. But again, a guy that catches basically everything that's thrown to him, has done that in the preseason and the season. Yeah. Well, they definitely
we have a Super Bowl team.
Right.
The only thing that I'm shaky on is parts of our defense. Our offense is freaking solid. I'll take that offense against any offense.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Defense needs to really pick it up.
Well, you got to get healthy. You got to get healthy on both sides of the ball, of course, and we're going to monitor that situation when it comes to Jamel Dean. But, you know, water is wet. Jamel Dean gets hurt with a leg injury. That's the reason why, once again, you draft a Benjamin Morrison and you go after Jacob Parrish, and now Morrison could be banged up too. So you could be down 2 corners at this juncture. So we have to monitor it. But when Morrison was able to get in with the small body of work there, you could see what the future of that back end is going to be. Tyke Smith made some plays once again for that back end, so that was impressive. But you're exactly right. And offensively, you're going to get healthy. Mike Evans is going to come back. The Bucs dodged a bullet. It's not a severe hamstring, so you're going to get him back. Chris Godwin is going to get 100%. You're going to get back Jalen McMillan. You got back Tristan Wirfs. You're going to get back Luke Gedeke. So the sky is the limit for this team, but what it comes down to is, once again, you have to win the turnover battle. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, Frankie. And also, you have to stay healthy, because it is a war of attrition, and it's hurt this Buccaneer team early and often. And hopefully later on, when you do need them, I'm not saying you don't need them now, but when you need them down that stretch in November, December, they're able to get healthy. Does that make sense?
I totally agree with you, but I want to talk about something else real quick.
Go for it.
When it comes to the trade deadline,
yes,
do you see the Buccaneers getting rid of anybody, or do you see them even targeting anybody?
I know who you're mentioning, Jamel Dean. If he's hurt, most likely he has no value at this point. I'm not sure. It depends. So we've never seen that before.
There's a guy that I know
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see in Tampa.
Right.
And honestly, we're not going to get him via trade. We're going to have to sign him as a free agent.
Right.
And if said team does not trade him and he is a free agent next year, hell yes, Bring Kyle Pitts to Tampa. Baker Mayfield will have a field day with that.
Yeah, I don't think the Atlanta Falcons are going to trade Kyle Pitts in division during the season. I think that's kind of wishful thinking, but I like the way you're thinking at this point because we haven't seen much out of K-Dot. And although, to be fair, once again, the offensive line has been brutalized by injuries, so you have to keep those tight ends in there to have that extra blocking.
My guy on tight end, he ain't going to see much action.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, when he comes in, he's going to get them blocks. Yeah. That's my guy, Cole Keith. Shout out to Cole Keith.
Well, he's out for the year. He's out for the year. I mean, that's disappointing.
But, like, you got to wish that guy, you know what I'm saying? He is, even though he's third string,
right?
Technically speaking,
it's a loss.
That boy will come in and make them, the third string plays that freaking matter.
You're absolutely correct, Frankie. Anything else here on the Evolution live here from Raymond James Stadium, my friend?
Oh, I just love Ray J. It's one of the most beautiful stadiums.
How do you like this shot? Let me get out. I got the pirate ship in the background as I'm going to the side. How do you like that, my friend? Do you like that? Does that look good to you?
Oh, hang on, I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull up the video so I can see it.
Pull up the video right now as I'm standing to the side. And this is probably not good camera work, so I do apologize for that. But just trying to give Bucs fans, what we're looking at right now. We're live on the field. You can see John Gruden in the Ring of Honor, Bruce Arians, Rondé Barber, John Lynch. Boy, I picked a great corner. You can see it.
Yeah, that's my boy, John Lynch. That's always been my favorite player for Tampa Bay.
Frankie.
Ever since, man. He is something special.
I appreciate the call, my friend. As always, use that second one if we're around, okay?
All right, man. Try and stay cool.
It's great out here now. I mean, before it was a hot sauna, and then at the tailgate, What the Buck tailgate, it was hot there too. So, I've been getting some sun all day long. We had a little sound difficulty to begin the show because of the heat, but that's okay. We are on live here from Raymond James Stadium on the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Frankie, thanks a lot for the call. I see you, Trevor. Open phone line. Call back, Trevor, if you want to, from Georgia, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Earl Harris III, Philly fans suck. It's tough. Michael Hulk, I believe, is send Vea to stop the visitor fans at the line of the Tampa Bay airport. Ha, 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 ha. There you go. I mean, how do you stop the tush push? You got Vita Vea. How do you stop Philly fans from getting into the airport? You send Vita Vea. Let's go out to Trevor. Trevor, using your second call, welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Go.
Yeah, the last caller was saying trade for Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I love Frankie, but that's wishful thinking. It's not going to happen.
When he said that, I started laughing.
Yeah, that's okay. I love Frankie, man. I love the way he's thinking. He's a free agent next year, but and the tight end situation for this Bucs team has been disappointing, although, once again, I think it's more of the reason why these tight ends are not getting necessarily the catches as they've gotten in the past is because they're helping with the blocking. Stand by here. Hold on a sec. Hold on, caller. We're going to finish up with Trevor. We'll go back out to you in a moment. All right, go ahead, Trevor. Finish up, or go ahead and do what you do what you do, my friend. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with the tight end situation. I'm not really upset that the tight ends are not involved in the passing game right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're tight ends for a reason. I mean, sometimes tight ends have to block. Sometimes they are used in the passing game. But in this particular moment right now, since we're not really as healthy as we need to be at the offensive line, we need them more to be blockers.
Yeah.
Shout out to K. Dotton for just being a team player and just playing his role and understanding the situation. I mean, you never know. I mean, later on in the season, he may become more of a passing target and a red zone threat, but in the meantime, we need him to, help with run support and maybe sometimes even in pass protection.
You saw Payne Durham a couple to pick up a holding penalty today, trying to hold a guy. You're never going to get away with that when you have your hands outside of the jersey. We saw that. It was a tough game. It's a tough matchup.
Sure.
I mean, again, it's one through the trenches, right? It's one with that Bucs offensive line with Tristan Wirfs just coming back. You still have some reshuffling there on that right side, and they got all kinds of pressure on Baker today, and they were able to somewhat slow that running game down to a certain degree. Absolutely.
Right. And we got to, I'll take in consideration this. As far as both Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah.
It was their first, real game action of the season. they're going to work their kinks out. It's basically like breaking in a new pair of shoes. It's going to take a couple days. And in this case, it's going to take maybe a few games.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But, once Tristan Wirfs gets into his groove, you know damn well he's going to be keeping Baker nice.
I broke in my Kobe. I can't lift my leg up, but I broke in my Kobe Air Force Ones here, and it took me a little bit to get comfortable, but now they're very comfortable. I'm breaking
very
those
comfortable,
in.
right?
Yes.
And so the same thing with Chris Godwin. You could tell, that was just his first time in a while. It's a filling out process for him. I mean, he hasn't played in a football game in almost a whole year.
Yeah.
I think for his first time being out there today, I think he did a pretty decent job. All in all, it's just that, let's just call it what it is. We just simply got outplayed today, and that's fine.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The Eagles are a hell of a football team. They literally kicked the Kansas City Chiefs' ass in that Super Bowl.
Correct.
And that's the team that we played today. And I think, they got up on us pretty early, but then we fought back. You know what I mean?
You know what it's reminiscent of? I'll go back to this. You mentioned the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And I'm not. Right. I definitely think this team, the Bucs in 2025, had an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, but it's kind of reminiscent of 2020, right? So you get down to the Kansas City Chiefs early. Tyreek Hill goes off, and then Kansas City's able to do nothing in that second half but run the clock out and convert that third down with Hill. And you start to see some of that momentum come from the Bucs. The same thing could be said in the 2002 year, going all the way back with that Bucs team, right? Rough first half. Second half, though, they're able to show momentum. So right now, even though the Eagles won this team, I truly feel like the Bucs have the momentum. And if you meet this team in the postseason, I do think the Bucs will be have an advantage because they will be healthy most likely, and they will have those plethora of weapons, which they do not have right now. Kind of reminiscent of both of those games there, right?
Yeah, and I was at the bar watching the game today, and one of my coworkers happens to be an Eagles fan, right?
Right.
And even he admitted, he was just like, hey, man, you guys played hard in that second half. And I said, oh, yeah. I was like, y'all know we're going to see y'all in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
He said, oh, absolutely. He absolutely expects us to be in the playoffs.
Remember Derek Brooks? Remember Derek Brooks, what he said to the Philadelphia Eagles? We'll be back. I need to get that sound effect because that's how I feel like this team right now could be. We'll be back. Again, take care of your business, what's in front of you, win your division, win your games. This team has an opportunity. I said at the beginning of the year, 12-5. They could win more, but we'll see. They're going to get healthy at the right time. They're going to get the weapons back at the right time to stay healthy and don't lose the turnover battle and take care of your business. And I think business, as the great J.R. Ross would say, business is about to pick up. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then something now. You know what? This game is behind us.
Yeah.
It's time to focus on the Seattle Sea Pigeons.
Yep. There you go. Right there. Seahawks. And Trevor, listen, I know you're in Georgia. I don't know if you can get down here, but we'll be live at Tampa Joe's giving you your Bucs away watch party there, seeing that the Bucs can go to 4-1 against the Seattle Sea Chickens. 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. It's Tampa Joe's. Get out there. You guys were asking what I want for my birthday. I want Bucs fans to come out and support the evolution of sports talk television in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Trevor, appreciate the call as always, my friend. We'll see you on Monday night, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go out to the phone lines here. What's your name, where you're calling from? You're on the Sports Web live here from Raymond James Stadium after the Bucs fall to the Eagles 31-25. Go.
Peter Blake, it's Devin Garnett. How you doing, sir?
Devin, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the Evolution. I don't think you've ever called the show before, so it's great to have you. You always have great takes on Twitter. Definitely respect you as a Tampa Bay sports fan, first and foremost. Let me give you the horn. So what's on your mind tonight, my friend?
First time, long time.
Yes.
Love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I need to tune in more often. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Great views. You got the great views. So that's exactly what we need today. Listen, Tampa fans need to put this in perspective. I got a couple things.
Yes.
Number one, all the injuries. Okay. We knew it coming out of training camp, whatever. If you would have told me we would be 3-1 after week 4, everybody would be jumping for joy. We're 3-1. So what is the problem? We played like hot garbage.
Yep.
We have not seen even a B-plus game from the Buccaneers yet, and they're sitting at 3-1.
Agree.
This is a good football team. We did not quit. Last year's team would have quit, would have got ugly. They fought back. My other point here is Tampa fans, we got to do better, man.
I know.
Can I cuss on this show? Can I cuss?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You want to curse a little bit. You curse a little bit if you want to. We don't usually have it.
I'm not gonna cuss, but do effing better.
Yes. I mean, you've got to do better. You can't have Eagle fans run Raymond James Stadium. You can't have that. That's the reason why you have the home field advantage. And I get it. There are some, Bucs season ticket holders selling their tickets because you're getting more money for it. I get that. I get that economic times are tough. Hell, I have 3 or 4 jobs. I understand it. I'm going to get out of here, probably go pack up and drive around the Tampa Bay area in my Go Bucs red Tesla and do Uber. I understand it. But at the end of the day, Bucs fans have to show up and show out for your team, especially when you're in an important game like this against the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles coming in at 3-0. You got to show up. You can't allow the Eagles to scream ELGALES as my mic starts to cut out. You know why? Because the mic even hates it. The equipment hates it. They hate the Philadelphia Eagles. You can't allow fans to overrun you in this stadium. You just can't have it.
It's honestly, and what makes me mad is if we make the playoffs and we host a home playoff game, everybody and their grandma is going to have their Instagram stories out like they were there from the beginning. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
Because that stadium was filled with green. We did good in the playoffs when we faced them.
Yep.
There was a lot of red. Kudos to us.
Yep.
But I'm sick of this, man. Get behind your team. This is a good football team. We're playing with house money today. And if Baker doesn't throw that interception and trying to do too much and just stays within it, it's a whole different ball game. We had no business being in that football game.
Agree.
And yet we lost by 5.
You lost by 5 points.
Super Bowl champion.
Yes. And you had big plays today all over the place. And once again, this is a team that has had multiple injuries to multiple positions, whether it's offensive line, whether it's wide receivers. I mean, you're missing Mike Evans today. You have a rookie who's just playing his heart out. You have Tristan Wirfs finally getting back and Chris Godwin getting back, and you're 3-1. I'm satisfied. I shouldn't say disappointed. It's a tough loss, and like you said, if Baker doesn't turn over that ball, maybe you settle for a field goal. You know that if Baker Mayfield in this offense, because the defense did a great job in the second half shutting down Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, whatever the hell. All I heard was A.J. Brown is going to play in this game. So what? A.J. Brown played in the game, and guess what? He got nothing. He got absolutely nothing, and he had to go home to Philly and love that because he got nothing today, no big plays from that Bucs defense. So the Bucs defense in the second half showed up. Again, you lose the turnover battle. It's a critical throw by Baker, but again, live by the sword, die by the sword, and I'm definitely living with Baker Mayfield. I'll tell you that right now.
Absolutely. And a little bit of a hot take here.
Go for it.
I love Tom Brady. Thank you for what you've done for our franchise. But in my life, I'm 31 years old. Baker Mayfield is my favorite Bucs quarterback that I've seen in my lifetime, hands down.
Most inspirational quarterback is the great Paul Stewart of BuckPower.com. Put this out there. Most inspirational quarterback for a Bucs fan, is it Baker Mayfield? Is it Doug Williams? Is it Tom Brady? Which one is it? It's Baker Mayfield for you?
It's Baker Mayfield, man. Like, the guy, he's been counted out his entire life.
Yeah.
We're the team that never gets a spotlight. You're never going to turn on ESPN and see us.
Yeah.
We get it out of the mud. We're going to fly under the radar, and he's going to put the team on his back. We're literally 3-0 right now or 3-1 right now because of Baker Mayfield. We don't win those 3 games with Tom Brady as our quarterback, with him sitting back in the pocket. He's taking sacks.
Yep.
He gives you a chance to win the game, and that's all you can ask for. He's exciting. Besides his turnover today, which is unlike him in a Bucs uniform, I love the guy. He is my favorite Bucs quarterback that I can remember. I'm 31 years old. He's my favorite Bucs quarterback.
Hey, man, you're not that old. I'm turning 47 on Friday, so we've seen a lot of bad quarterbacks. But, man, the last couple quarterbacks here with Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield, it's been fun, my friend. Anything else here on the evolution?
No, sir. Thank you very much. Go Bucs. Go beat Seattle.
Absolutely, yes. And hey, listen, Devin, go show up to Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road. We'll get you on the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show, my friend. All right?
Let me tell you real quick. I'm sorry. Tampa Joe's, great spot. I worked at Otis Elevator, and I used to go eat there for lunch. Great Cuban sandwiches. They got great food there. So
well, come out.
Get that plug in there.
Come out. Okay, well, come out next Sunday to Tampa Joe's. We got you covered with away watch parties for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's where the Sports Web is going to be, and you can get on there. And the lights just came on, so how about that? So that's good stuff. So definitely get out there next Sunday as the Bucs take on the Seattle Seahawks. And don't be a stranger here on the show. All right, my friend?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Go Bucs.
All right, go Bucs. He says go Bucs. So when they say go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs. Yeah! Go Bucs.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Go Bucs. All right, let's go out to Jim here. Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter with you?
Welcome to the Evolution. Go ahead.
Using my second call, yeah.
Yes, your second
I love
call.
the defense today.
Okay.
Vita Vea, I know he got one sack.
I think he got two sacks in there. I think he got 2 sacks in this game, buddy. Vita Vea had 2 sacks in this game. Yeah, 2 sacks in this game.
That's great.
Yes,
That's great.
The big guy, because you're a big guy. We talked about this. You're a big dude. You're a big hoss, as my uncle would say. Vita Vea, a big hoss, getting after. What do you think of that celebration dance that he's got going on?
I don't know what that's about, but I like it. As long as he gets to that quarterback.
Right. Exactly. Keep on getting to the quarterback, yes.
If we just get Antoine Winfield Jr. get
what now?
We be Antoine Winfield Jr.
Yeah, he was out there playing. He was out there.
Yeah, I'm saying if we can get a couple sacks from them or man, we be undefeatable, boy.
Well,
it was a defensive game.
Well, listen, they kept on trying to blitz. We saw that, and credit to Philly picking up on that, and Jalen Hurts getting rid of the ball quick there, because the Bucs tried that many times and it wasn't working, especially in the first half, and then they kind of varied it up and they started to get pressure from the front four. But you're exactly right. It would be nice to see Antoine Winfield get some more sacks, make some more plays. You didn't see a lot from Antoine Winfield Jr. Today, so it's always a good thing to see him get after the pass rusher, because he makes some things happen, definitely, like a Rondé Barber. That's what he is to me.
Yeah, he's a great back.
Yep.
If he give, can I get a knockdown? Can I get an interception? I like from the secondary.
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
But man, we did a great job, man. The Eagles ain't no chumps, so
nope, they're definitely not.
Yeah,
now it's on.
You got to come in.
Yep.
With the mindset that they can't beat you on your field.
It is on again. It is on to Seattle. We'll see what this team can
and I'm
do.
ready,
and how they
man.
respond.
I think we can beat Seattle. What's their record?
Seattle right now. Let me just check here. I believe the Seattle Seahawks right now, because you can put me on the spot here. They won there. They are 3-1. 3-1 also. So 3-1 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 3-1. So there you go.
So that's gonna be a good game. So we should be able to pull that out.
Absolutely. Well,
we're gonna be in Seattle, but I think we can pull it out.
All right.
As long as we play hard.
All right, my friend.
Get off the bus.
Well, yeah,
all right.
That's it. Get off the bus, my friend. Jim, appreciate the call as always. Thanks a lot for calling the Evolution on Sports Talk Television, my friend. All right.
All right, later.
Later. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Joe Sway. Joe Sway, welcome to the Evolution live here from Raymond James Stadium. What are your thoughts on the Bucs losing?
I did not expect to be for you to pick up so quickly. What's up, Peter? How are you?
I'm still here live, man. It's not raining, and it looks like it's about to rain here in just a little bit. We're hanging out. We're having a good time.
I am on I-4 right now, heading towards Tampa, around the Plant City area, and it's pouring right now.
It is pouring right now. All right, so it is coming.
Be mindful.
Yep. Well, I see it. I see it.
Don't get wet.
That's it. That's what it comes down to. You're exactly right.
I'm gonna address the previous caller about the. So I guess y'all had a lot of Eagle fans there.
There are a lot of Eagle fans, yes, sir.
Remind y'all that back in May when the Rays played the Phillies at Steinbrenner Field across the street, it was about 85-15 Phillies fans there. So there are a bunch of Phillies fans in the area, whether they travel. I mean, the Phillies they bring fans all over the map. You know what I'm saying? Like Philadelphia is one of those fan bases is very passionate, very loyal, and they bring fans all over the place. Now, for the Tampa fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, I support all Tampa teams. You know that, Peter.
Right.
And I just think that really, like, we just need to bring up more fans. I don't know how you do it.
Well, you know, the way you do it is
a lot of people that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, listen, there's a lot of transients here. We know as a Tampa Bay sports fan, that's what you have to deal with. You have to deal with New Yorkers. You have to deal with Bostonians and Chicagoans and everybody else and Philly fans. We get that. You understand that. The way you do it is if you're a mom or dad, you make sure you corrupt your son or daughter like my dad did when I was 8 years old and say, son, you're a Tampa Bay sports fan and that's it. And if you don't do that, leave the house. You don't do the leave the house, but that's what my dad did to me. That's what you do. You start them out early and often, and you start to build that. And it also comes with winning. And I think the Bucs have won a lot here lately. I think it's disappointing that there are not more Bucs fans here. You know how I feel about the Rays. I think they could do more, but they've been able to win. You also have the Lightning. They don't have sometimes they do have opposing fans.
Say, Peter,
yeah,
I was just about to say the Rays have done a lot of winning, even though they just completed their second consecutive losing season.
Yes.
But previous to that, you know, been in the playoffs 5 straight years. You know, even before that, during the Joe Madden era.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a bunch of winning, but yet, where's the fans? Where's the fan support?
Well, they hate the owner. I think that's what it comes down to. But I think it also is transient fans. I think it's Yankee and Red Sox. Yep, it is. All right. So what else today, my friend?
I mean, it's just a simple fact that that's what being a Tampa Bay sports fan we're gonna have to deal with forever.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just gotta deal with it, and you know, win at home. You know, unfortunately, I just got word of the Bucs losing.
Yep.
So it's unfortunate. So I think that as a fan base, don't just be Bucs fans. Be Ray and Lightning fans. Like, and the Lightning do a good job. Especially recently with the Stanley Cups and everything like that, and the winning.
Right.
So that brought a lot of fans. You know, they sell out the arena every game. But we can't have, if you're gonna support one local team, the football team especially, support them all.
All right. Good stuff, my friend.
That's my point.
Appreciate it. Be safe. Safe travels.
Yes,
we'll see you on the Evolution on Monday night. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go out to these comments and then we will get out of here. Let's see. Can you force people buying tickets online? They have Florida verified address. Good question. Rick Stu was sold his tickets to a Philly fan. Hell of a game. Go Bucs. Absolutely. Dave thinks maybe a Florida resident discount. Nice. There you go. Good job there, Sun Devil Dave. Stu sold his tickets to Philly fan. He used to be making money out of town fans. You're exactly right. Dave, Stu is gone with the Tampa Bay Rays. Ding dong, the witch is dead. We all know these people out there that are not fans. They buy season tickets just to sell them to the highest bidder. Will says tough loss. Got to clean up the special teams. Can't start slow against good teams. All in all, this team showed they are one of the top teams in the NFC. They're doing it with key injuries. Absolutely good point there. Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave. Or for games when Philly comes to town, force fans to have a purchase a 3-pack that might deter Eagle fans since they would have to pay for 3 games. Dave, absolutely will. As long as they continue to stop the run, they're going to be in every game. This team is too talented. Going to see the Eagles in the playoffs, and hopefully it's with a healthy Evans and Gadecki. Good comment.
Oh, yeah.
Donald says the last time we beat Philly in the playoffs, we lost to them in the regular season. So there you go. Coke, that's a good point. That is a very, very good point. Cole Keefe was the last guy protecting the punter, but he was injured today, so I guess we missed him. Yes, he's out on injured reserve. Chase is the best we had in the past decade. Remember, we had a kicker curse. We did, the Matt Bryant kicker curse. Baker choked big today. I'm not ready to say he choked big today. I think, once again, you're trolling me, and I know who you are.
That's good enough to suck right there.
What are your thoughts on how Dennis played? I know he got burned by Smith coming across the middle, but besides that, I think he played a good game. I think he did play a good game. You look at the final numbers for Savasier Dennis, total of 8 tackles, all over the place. But anytime you get a mismatch nightmare there with a linebacker on Devontae Smith, that can happen. That's a defensive breakdown there, so you can't have that. Overall, I thought he played very well. Let's see. Mother right here. Thank you, Mom. Love you. Watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web with JP Peterson. JP said for the Bucs, we will be back. They didn't play bad, though. They didn't. Trevor Miller, at least the Panthers got their ass whooped again. Not working out for the Carolina Panthers and old friend there, Dave Canales, former offensive coordinator of the Bucs. How about McLaughlin for 65 yards? Chase McLaughlin, you are my hero. I wonder if Gene said that today.
Fire the cannon!
Absolutely, Gene. David says, with all the injuries, we've been 3-1. We should be grateful, but we're Buccaneer fans, so there you go. I've been saying this all season. The punter looks scared. Mike H. Did the heat end up a factor? I think it was a factor for both teams. David says the Eagles figured, hell, they didn't throw a penalty on our guy ripping one of the Buccaneers' helmets off, so let's just hold all day long and see what happens. Jeff Moore, great show. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Jeff. Peter, it's Cam. You're a football troll. I knew it was you. I knew it was you.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Yes, Baker burned the cookies today. Robert Baker, you could tell Godwin was not up to par after a year out. It's going to take a little bit, but it was good to see him out there for the day. Chris Godwin finished receiving-wise. Chris Godwin Jr., keep on calling him Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin Jr. saluted his father. 3 catches for 26 yards, but for Bucs fans, it was great to see him out there with the horrific injury that he had with the ankle last year. Let me go out to Van. What did you choke on today? Nonsense there, Carissa. I hope the Philadelphia Eagles lose against the Denver Broncos next week, and I hope the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win against the Seattle Seahawks. I like that.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
I like that. I like that.
Fire the cannon!
As my sound effects play sometimes. I don't know what's your Bucs look like, how I play in Madden today. Fly, Eagles, fly, go Birds. See you in the playoffs, see you in the playoffs. Devin says, my God, we played bad, especially in that first half. Devin, again, what's the number to call in? You got the number, Devin. Definitely keep on tuning in here. Roger Shue, the tribal troll.
Acknowledge me.
I was in the south end zone. It was all Eagle fans. It was go Birds. Okay. Kyle Pitts drops more passes than he catches. He sucks at blocking. King Cook. We can't keep starting out like this, waiting for offense to save the day. I agree with that. King, again, not with this defensive line. We won't. We need to make a trade fast. It's going to be tough. Penalties, Dan. We're still undisciplined. King, penalties and turnovers. That definitely sounded like it was Philly. Let's go out to Jay. Fire the special teams coach, Dino. I hate the Eagles, every man, women, and child that supports them. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Lamar Jackson's out with an injury, and the Ravens are down 30-13 to the Chiefs. Wow, how about that?
That's good enough to suck right there.
So the Chiefs finally getting on the winning road here. Douglas Batista, there are a ton of transplants in Tampa, no different than when I lived in L.A. When the Cubs came to L.A. Dodger Stadium packed with their fans, when the Red Sox played the Angels, place packed with their fans. Christopher Cole, Bulls is going to have a field day blitzing the A-gap against the Seattle's right guard. I like the sound of that. Peter, Bucs will win the division this year. Absolutely. Love it on that note. It's a positive note. It is not necessarily the best result, but again, Bucs lose 31-25 to fall to 3-1. They play the Seattle Seahawks next week. We'll be live here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on Monday, Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. And then, of course, at Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. For JP Peterson, for TJ Reeves, the media icon of the Buccaneer Radio Network, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What do we say? Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. It's my time, and for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay Sports Fan, it's your time. Bucs lose to the Eagles 31-25 to fall at 3-1. We'll see you next time on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. As we always say on this show, go Bucs.